Crazy hair growing up, especially when it was hormonal. My mom would roll my hair, sit me under the dryer because it took too long to dry my hair. My hair was unruly, the texture was coarse, it was too much. I have finally accepted as an adult that it takes me anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes with a traditional dryer to dry my hair because the retention of water is crazy. Tonight, in 11 minutes, my hair was exactly curled like this with a round brush. I didn't use a curling iron. With this Dyson. Wow. So for me, when I take a look at the value, it's an investment. But then your vacuums, for instance, are the same thing. Use that Easy pay for it over 6 months, because I often joke with my mom when I get to heaven, there's gonna be a tally sheet of where my life went. And until tonight, blow drying my hair was gonna be the biggest waste of time.
It's kind of like standing in line.
Yes.
It's just not that cool.
No.
All right, you guys. Well, here we have Susie Trainer here with us today.
Hi.
What's up, guys? Girl, your dryer matches your dress.
Oh, goodness.
No.
And your lip.
But I will say I'm a little sad that there was no pump me up music today. I just want to say what happened to my music.
We can get it. We can turn it up.
Anyway,
okay,
DJ.
Hello, Request Live. Can we get a little dance? All right, they're getting it. They're fair. I mean,
it's a
snake, right?
slow rolling.
I mean, can I get a little?
It's very dramatic.
The shoulders are ready to go. Anyway, okay, so let me give you a little details about the Dyson Supersonic, because it really is a revolutionary hair dryer. The first thing you're going to notice is that your hair is going to dry in literally minutes. We're talking like 2 and 3 and 4, 5 minutes. You heard Courtney talk about 11 minutes. That's like from start to completely dry and then looking fantastic. So you're going to see a dramatic cut in the time. That's because of our air multiplier technology, so tons of airflow coming out of the center. The second, here it goes, I hear it. The second is that it has a computer system built in that's called intelligent heat control. And it's actually measuring the temperature 20 times every single second, so that way it's going to help prevent heat damage on your hair, so that way your hair just looks better. It doesn't have that big frazzle, frizzy sort of dryness to it. It's going to just sort of bring out the natural beauty of your hair without all the heat. So what we have today, or who we have I should say, is Alicia Massey. Now she is actually a hairstylist, 30 years in the biz, people. It's not like we just pulled her out from the streets. Okay, she knows what she's doing. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you dry your hair from start to finish live for everybody, so they can see the speed. So go ahead, now make sure you have it on the high heat setting, right? But the best part is even on the highest heat setting, it's still gonna be okay with the hair. And then we're gonna do it on the highest airflow setting. Okay. And we're gonna start. Now, she doesn't have any tools or attachments, I should say, on the end of this. We're just using it with no attachments, doing a rough dry. So
does it come with attachments?
Oh, yeah. It does. It does come with actually 3 attachments. So while you're drying, we'll talk about the attachments really quick. So you have 3 of them. This is the first one, which, by the way, they're magnetic. They just pop right on. They twist however you want as you're styling. Now this one is the styling concentrator, so more concentrated airflow for like super straight styles, or if you're doing that big volume look that you want to do, you can get that with this the styling concentrator. We're going to switch that. And this one, actually,
can we also talk about the fact that it doesn't sound like a lawnmower?
Right, you can talk.
That's a good point, especially because it's right by your ear, right? Right.
Right? Actually,
and
you guys have the other tool that can you guys talk about that from over there? Because
the diffuser?
Yeah, the smoothing nozzle.
The smoothing nozzle. I love the smoothing nozzle.
One.
Oh, this is the concentrator, and then this is the smoothing nozzle.
Yes.
So you can see this one's a little bit thicker.
Yeah, so that is
concentrated.
The smoothing nozzle. You can see it's a little bit bigger. So that one is sort of for your rough dry.
Okay, so start here.
Yes.
Perfect. And then when we get in there with a round brush, we'll want to use the concentrated.
That's the styling concentrator.
Okay.
And then Elise, you just have the diffuser.
Yes, I have the diffuser over here too, but watch how easy this is because it's magnetic.
We'll blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah,
it almost looks like a megaphone.
It does look like a megaphone, totally. But that's it, just as easy as that. And did you notice, Courtney, that you can't get your hair stuck in the back because it's open?
Or how about the fact that you'll never have to clean the lint trap on a hair dryer?
Which, okay, if we're speaking round table, can we do round table?
Yeah, round table.
I want to know who's cleaned the lint trap.
I've done it one time with a Q-tip, and I had to YouTube how to clean the lint dryer of a hair dryer.
I'm impressed. I've never done it. Susie, have you done it?
I can honestly say no.
No, I didn't even know you were supposed
I
to.
I didn't even know that that was something you're supposed to do. I just used to, when the hairdryer would go out, I just go get a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it wasn't a big thing. I didn't even realize you had to clean it out. Is your hair already dry? Oh my God. So we're like at 95% dry, which is amazing. And I love that. So you can get your hair, like, again, we're ready to style. So we could go 100% dry if we wanted, but we're having her stop because we want her to do some more styling to this. But again, you're gonna be able to dry your hair in minutes. That was probably 2 minutes, if that.
Yep.
I usually do about a 45-minute blow dry with old hair dryers, and now I'm down to a 5-minute rough dry.
Wow,
So that's
Susie.
right, amazing
Yeah, that's
with the
crazy.
time savings.
Hey, Susie, you know, I know that the time saving is really important to all of us, and that's fantastic. But what's the real difference between using a hairdryer that maybe you picked up in aisle 5 and then using something like a Dyson?
Okay, so I want you to think of your smartphones, right? It's a computer. If I slice this in half, you would see circuit boards, actually. And actually, if you want to go to Dyson Hair on Instagram, you'll see there's a fantastic photo. It's a cutout.
That's cool.
And you can see it. It's a green circuit board. And what that is, it's a computer system that is actually measuring the air temperature 20 times a second. So if I were to give you an analogy of an at-home everyday appliance, think of if someone created a washing machine that washed your clothes in 5 minutes instead of an hour. That's the kind of technology that is built into this.
And it's not damaging at the same time.
And it's not damaging. So that heat control, we call it intelligent because it's a computer system. So it's gonna be less likely to overheat and damage your hair. So not only is drying your hair in less time going to be better for your hair, but having less heat on there as well, because this hair dryer does not get into the 300 and 400 degree temperatures that so many other hair dryers get you, that like sort of gives your hair that crunch.
That singe.
And you know what? When
Yes,
you
that
have high
singe and that
heat,
smell.
that's what gets rid of your color. That's
Right.
what dulls it out.
Oh boy, well see, this
Yeah.
is it, growing up in the salon,
Right.
you know all
So
this.
not having the right shampoo and conditioner, washing it down the drain, and
Absolutely.
then high heat, that's...
And I just want to let you guys know too, there are 2 color options for this one as well. There's the one that you're seeing on your screen and the one that Susie had with the pink and the steel color. And then, here it is, I have it.
Here we go. And then we have white and silver.
And then we have white and silver also. Both of them super chic. You can pay for it over the next 6 months if you like, and your shipping and handling is snap free on this one. All right,
great.
Susie, so where are you gonna go with this style?
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do sort of a side-by-side, because I get a lot of questions on, do I need to use a round brush? A lot of folks intimidated by the round brush, and that's why Alicia's here, because she's going to show you how easy it is to use and how different it is when you use a powder brush or another brush compared to a round brush. So we're going to do a side-by-side. So go ahead and start. We put the styling concentrator on the end of this because we want more of a smooth style. So Alicia, sort of walk us through, and actually before you do, maybe turn the hair dryer off and walk us through what you are going to do so we know how to do it at home.
Okay, so I'm using a round brush, and I'm gonna put this so that it faces down, so you're closing the cuticle off, and we're gonna just blow dry it down.
Yeah, blow dry down. I mean, it's a very easy thing to do. I know a lot of us get very intimidated by things like the round brush. I know I would have a whole basket of round brushes, all different sizes, and I don't even know what to do with them.
So also you can move this very easily. So as you move around your head, you can switch this to face the direction that you need it to face,
Right.
but it's still facing down and still on your brush.
Well, and one of the things that I love about that as well is that it's always cool to the touch. So if you do need to move it around, let's see, I'll grab mine.
Yeah.
You can, at any point, even with the hairdryer on, you can just touch it with your hand. Whereas I've had attachments in the past that are way too hot, and
have to
they
take off with a
definitely,
towel.
yeah, and they don't rotate around
No.
as well. While I'm here, I want to show you the back so you can see the actual kind of how simple it is. So this is just the on-off. That's it, on-off. Here's your cool shot button. And then you have temperature over here, 3 different temperatures. You just push it. I'll just go ahead and do it so you can see. There's 3 little lights. And then this is your fan. So low, medium, high. And then
What do you
there's your
normally
high heat.
dry your hair on?
Me?
I have high
Honestly,
heat tonight.
I just do, because it's so fast, I don't mind using the high heat. When I used to dry my hair with a regular dryer and it would take, you know, I don't know, 30 minutes or something, I didn't want that much heat on my hair for that long. But now, I mean, I just put it on high fan and high heat and I'm done like 7-8 minutes.
The other thing that I noticed that I thought was particularly interesting with this hair dryer is normally with other hair dryers, there's a particular smell because of the high heat.
Yeah.
It's not a burnt smell.
It kind of
because
smells
there are
burnt.
a lot of great dryers out there that infuse minerals and whatnot and have ceramic technologies, but there's a specific scent to it. This one was just clean air in your hair. And the fact that you only have that 293-degree differentiation, you don't have to worry about the integrity of your ability to dry your hair.
Well, definitely. And I know something else too, like that I've had with round brushes and whatnot. If I'm using a round brush and let's just say with another dryer, I've gotten my hair caught in the back. It's not, you can't do that here. I can see you through it.
Like a periscope.
It's completely
Hello,
open.
Governor.
Hello.
And that I think is like what's so great, because when you turn this on, the other thing, excuse me, that's the other way. The intense air that you get right here, it's kind of like when you think about those fast-paced dryers in the restrooms that Dyson has. It's kind of that same easiness towards your hair, which is awesome.
I know, so easy. And I love the cool shot button too. So ergonomic, it's in the right spot. You know,
Well,
just
that's
for your
great,
thumb.
especially if you've got a round brush and you want to set it.
Exactly. All right, so how are we doing on our style over there? Looking
Okay,
good.
so here's what we did. So she did one side with the round brush and the other side with the powder brush. So you can already see, right, which side is smoother. It's already, hold on, just keep your head right. So you can see this side is just a little fluffier, a little more going on. That's because we use the powder brush. So if you want a smoother style, always go for the round brush. That's what it's there for. I mean, it's an easy thing to do just to get that nice smooth style. And that also helps cut down on maybe the straightener that you need later on,
Yes,
or all the
less heat.
Absolutely, less heat is the key. And we're gonna go ahead and have you continue to finish off the style. And today I wanna do sort of like a big blowout.
Okay.
So give us as big as beauty pageant as possible, okay?
Yep.
And we'll get and let you go. Again, we're still using the concentrator on the end of this. And the great thing is that you can get the volume that you want with this. Just, blow dry up, over direct, use that airflow to your advantage. So you're getting a higher intensity airflow. The other thing too is as she's doing this, what you're gonna notice is that her hair is not getting caught in the back. In fact, can you put that hair dryer up? Your hair doesn't get caught in the back, no matter how you're styling. As you're holding that round brush or whatever brush you're using, you don't have to worry about your hair getting caught in the back. You don't have to yell over top of it. It's a relatively quiet hair dryer.
Right.
And I like that you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, am I, over damaging my hair with so many heat products and heating tools. Because remember, there's a computer system built inside of this hair dryer, so it's gonna help prevent heat damage, sort of bring back that natural, beautiful hair that you already have. I think a lot of us, when we go to the salon, they blow dry our hair and we ask them 5 million questions. What product did you use? How can I get this look at home? And we always think it's the product, and more times than not, it's just they gave us a really nice blow dry. They didn't.
Neat.
You know what? You guys know, like when you're at the salon, they aren't over drying our hair. They know that it's already dry and they move on to the next section. But when you do it yourself, sometimes you might be over drying the top and your middle back is still a little damp.
Right.
So that's why having the intelligent heat control, where it's actually measuring temperature 20 times a second, actually makes sense. So you're less likely again to over dry your hair.
Well, and I also really like how you're seeing right now or how you were just seeing the divide and conquer is what I like to call it.
Yeah. Yes.
Sectioning off, because I think that is a great tip too when doing any kind of styling with your hair. But also, guys, I just want to point out that yes, okay, if you go out to retail, you may find this, but nowhere else will they let you pay for it over 6 months, right?
Absolutely.
I always like to say you can't walk in, knock on the door, and be like, "Excuse me, can I pay for this over the next 6 months?" Like they will think you're crazy.
Well, and the other thing that I want to point out, that when you do your research, especially when it comes to the integrity of the hair dryer, you're paying 3 figures for a quality hair dryer.
Yep.
That you may not get the same results. You may feel like you may have to go get haircuts more often. You may find that your color is not as satisfying 6 weeks after the fact. When you think about the perfect temperature being 293 degrees, well, okay, for me, the size of this looks like a travel hair dryer.
I know, it totally does.
And yet, when you hear 293 degrees, you go back to that travel hair dryer and be like, okay, well, is it gonna take me an hour because it's not hot enough to dry my hair? Is it gonna take forever? Absolutely not. I went from a 30 to 35 minute blowout in our QVC salon with other hair dryers to 11 minutes tonight
Wow.
with the Dyson. And I'm particularly judgy with hair dryers. Like
Well, that's because you grew up around this.
yeah,
stuff. I mean,
like I wasn't prepared to drink the Kool-Aid.
yeah,
with
I get it. Well,
being that
actually,
way.
you know, there's a lot of people in our chat also kind of presenting really lovely questions. I do just want to point out that Amy in our chat says, I love